All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to unpack the story of a meme coin that's, well, it's doing something pretty incredible. We're talking about Manyu and how this absolute underdog is making some serious waves in the crypto world. So just imagine this for a second. It's late September, you're grabbing your morning coffee, you check your portfolio, and a coin you've been watching, since it was just a little thing, has suddenly blown past a huge milestone. And this isn't some flash in the pan, some artificial pump. This is real, organic momentum, the kind that makes even the most cynical investors sit up and pay attention. And that milestone? Over 30,000 holders. Now, in the meme coin space, that is not just a number. It's a massive signal that you've got a real, growing, dedicated base. So the question is, what in the world is fueling this fire? Which brings us right to the heart of it. Is Manyu just another funny internet coin that'll be gone tomorrow? Or is there something more going on here? Let's break it down. Okay, so on the surface, yeah, it's a playful dog meme, of course it is. But here's what's so interesting. For the community, Manyu has become something else entirely. It's a symbol of perseverance, of holding on and staying strong in a market that is just famously volatile. And it's that dual identity that really gives it a special kind of power. And believe me, the numbers absolutely back this up. We're talking a total supply of 1 quadrillion tokens, a market cap that has blasted past $50 million. And get this, a 48% jump in growth in just 24 hours. That's not just market noise, folks. That's a statement. Every great underdog story has that one turning point, right? That moment where everything just shifts into a higher gear. Well, for Manyu, that moment just arrived.
And here it is. Manyu is now officially listed on HTX. Now, this isn't some small-time exchange. This is one of the major global players. This is a huge deal. It's like getting called up from the minor leagues to play in the majors.
So why is a listing like this such a game changer? It really comes down to one word: liquidity. All of a sudden, it's way easier for people all over the world to buy in, to trade. And that doesn't just create stability. No, it builds the launchpad for what could be some absolutely massive price moves. And check this out, because this is maybe the craziest part. HTX didn't just list the coin. They put their money where their mouth is. They became a top holder, snapping up over 8.85 trillion tokens. That's worth around $222,000. I mean, when the exchange itself buys in that big, that's a serious vote of confidence. But look, this HTX listing, it's not the end of the road. It's more like the starting gun. The community is already looking ahead. You see them all over social media, talking to giants like Binance and OKX. They're not stopping here. They're already gunning for the next level. And all of that brings us to what is, honestly, the most important piece of this whole puzzle. The tech is cool, the listings are huge, but the real engine driving Manyu's rise? It's the people. I mean, if you really want to see the story, just watch the holder count on Etherscan. It wasn't some overnight explosion. It was this steady, day-by-day, person-by-person climb, from just a few thousand believers to the 30,000 strong force it is today. That's what real grassroots momentum looks like. It all boils down to this fundamental truth in crypto. At the end of the day, a strong, passionate community is the most powerful force there is. And right now, Manyu feels less like just another coin and more like a movement, an army, getting ready for whatever comes next. So with all this momentum, with this incredible community behind it, the conversation is already changing. People aren't just thinking about the next listing. They're aiming their sights on a massive, almost unbelievable new target. So could Manyu actually hit a $1 billion market cap? I know, it sounds absolutely insane. But if you talk to the community, this isn't just some wild fantasy. To them, it's the next mountain they're determined to climb. But is it really just a dream? Well, before you write it off, let's look at some numbers that suggest this goal might be a little more realistic than you think. For starters, its daily trading volume has been consistently pushing past $8 million. Now, a volume that high is a big deal. It shows there's serious financial firepower behind this coin. And that's the kind of foundation you need if you're going to make a run for the billion-dollar club. So you take that really strong daily volume and you combine it with that rapidly growing, super passionate community we were just talking about, and suddenly you start to see it. You start to understand why that billion-dollar goal doesn't feel so impossible to them. And I guess that's the thought the menu story really leaves you with, that maybe in this new digital world, true value isn't just about the price on an exchange. Maybe it's about connection, about a group of people who believe in the same thing, building something real and something that lasts together.